What's up guys, welcome back to this long awaited video since the 7.55 jailbreak was dropped. I know there's been a lot of developments going on guys, and I think this is the perfect time to go and check this out. This is an exploit host comparison video from all the major hosts that's available right now that most of the people are using. I've actually compared all of them one by one, 10 attempts for each of these things on 7.55. About 70 different attempts that I had to go through and record and kernel panics and all of that stuff. But I put this all together so I can show you guys what worked best for me, what didn't work for me. But guys, do check out the end of the video where I talk about all the different attempts and which one is the one that you should go ahead with. By the way, a little quick sneak peek, there is gonna be GoldHen version 2.0 that should go ahead and improve stability and a few more features which you will come to know when it drops. So let's get started guys, and before we go ahead and proceed, I'd like to mention every time I've tried an attempt, I've ensured to go ahead and delete all the cookies and the cache and restart the PS4 to have a fresh start. So the host covered is PRB, DarkModder, GamerHack, NighKing, Al-Azif, Karo, and finally Mohammed Fade. So these are the hosts that I've compared in this particular video, so let's go check this out. So guys, I quickly want to mention for every run that has a lot of attempts, the screen seems to flash a lot because I'm speeding it up. Just a pre-warning about it, in case you might have some issues seeing your screen flash a lot. Just a quick word. Alright, so talking about PRB, they had multiple different versions, so I went for the one which is the V4 SLU version, looked like the latest one, so I just went with that. And in this entire test, I've always been choosing the latest exploit with the latest release with GoldHen 1.1. So talking about that, when we tried the first PRB attempt, it was just frozen and I had to unplug my PS4 to proceed on. Attempt number 2, I had 13 error messages and then nothing was really going through, so I restarted the PS4 to try again. So attempt number 3, there was 4 error message, then it got stuck at the Webkit, another 14 error messages, and then nothing really worked out again, so I had to restart the PS4 and try another attempt. So attempt number 4, I had 10 errors, then it went through successfully for the first time. Then moving on to attempt number 5, I had 4 error messages, unfortunately kernel panic. Attempt number 6, 1 error and kernel panic. Number 7, 3 errors and successful. So number 8 was 10 errors and again successful. Number 9 was 2 errors and it was a kernel panic again. However, the last attempt was 3 errors and also in a kernel panic. So overall, PRB successful attempts were 3 times, the kernel panics were 4 times, and dead attempts in the sense nothing really worked out, I had to restart and try again, was 2 times, and 1 time the PS4 was completely frozen. Alright, moving on to DarkModder. So the first attempt, I had 7 errors, no response, I had to retry again. There were 4 errors and again there was no response. Restarted my PS4. Attempt number 2, 8 errors, no response. Number 3, 0 errors but no response. Number 4 is 3 errors and no response. Number 5 was 2 errors, again no response. Number 6, since I kept trying the new exploit, I said, hey, let me just try the old exploit and see if something else is different. I had 3 errors, chose the old exploit, and again, there was no response. Attempt number 7, 2 errors, old exploit, and it was successful. Number 8, 4 errors, old exploit, and the jailbreak failed. Attempt number 9, 0 errors, old exploit, and again, kernel panic. Number 10, the final attempt, I had 14 errors, old exploit, but it was successful. So overall, for DarkModder, I had 2 successful attempts, 1 kernel panic, 1 jailbreak failed, and no response at all was 6 different attempts. Alright, so moving on to GamerHack this time. Attempt number 1, 2 errors and it was successful. Attempt number 2, 11 errors but the jailbreak failed. Attempt number 3, 2 errors but the jailbreak failed again. Attempt number 4, 13 errors but again jailbreak failed. Attempt number 5, 8 errors, again jailbreak failed. Attempt number 6, 3 errors but it was successful. Attempt number 7, 2 errors but jailbreak failed. Number 8, 4 errors, jailbreak failed. Attempt number 9, 6 errors but successful. Finally, the last attempt was 1 error but it ended up in a kernel panic. So overall for GamerHack was 3 successful runs, 1 kernel panic, and the jailbreak failed about 6 times. Alright, so now coming to NighKing. The very first attempt, I had 10 errors and then a kernel panic. Attempt number 2, 2 errors, the Webkit was frozen so I had to retry it again, so I had 7 errors, then it was successful. Number 3 was 2 errors and was successful. Number 4 was 8 errors, was successful again. Attempt number 5 was 2 errors but the jailbreak failed. Attempt number 6 was 0 errors but again the jailbreak failed. Attempt number 7 was 1 error, but it was kernel panic. Number 8 was 0 errors, but kernel panic. Number 9 was 1 error, but again another kernel panic. Attempt number 10 was 2 errors, but then again there was another kernel panic. So overall for NighKing, I had only 3 successful runs, 5 kernel panics, and 2 jailbreak fails. So now we're looking into Al-Azif's host. However, very interesting results. So attempt number 1, I had 1 error and no response. Attempt number 2, 13 errors and still no response. Attempt number 3, 0 errors but literally no response. Number 4, 0 errors, no response. Number 5, 14 errors, no response. Number 6, 0 errors, no response whatsoever. Number 7, 3 errors, no response. Number 8, 0 errors, but again, no response. So I decided let me go switch to Mira instead of GoldHen because I'm not even sure which version of GoldHen is on this host. So I went to Mira and there was 4 errors. Again, there was literally no response. Mira for the 10th attempt, the final attempt, again I went for Mira, 0 errors and literally 0 responses as well. Which is kind of strange because I literally had 0 success, 0 kernel panics, and again 10 attempts of literally no response of just sitting in that screen forever. Coming down to the last 2 hosts, now we have Karo. Karo's host. Karo's attempt number 1, I had 16 errors but it was successful. Attempt number 2 was 0 errors but the jailbreak failed. Attempt number 3 was 13 errors but it was successful. Attempt number 4 was 8 errors but jailbreak failed. Attempt number 5 was 6 errors but also successful. Attempt number 6, 0 errors but still successful. Attempt number 7 was 10 errors and still successful. Attempt number 8 was 2 errors, the Webkit kind of froze so I had to refresh it. 2 more errors and it was again successful. Attempt number 9 was 1 error and the first kernel panic that took place. Attempt number 10 was 8 errors and the jailbreak failed. So overall, in Karo's host, I had 6 successful attempts, 1 kernel panic, and 3 jailbreak failed. Not too bad actually. Okay, so here we are to the very final host that I've tested out, and this is WolfGames. So in WolfGames, attempt number 1, there were 0 errors, but it was successful. The second attempt was 21 errors, but it actually froze. I had to unplug my PS4 in order to go ahead and restart it and try again. Attempt number 3, there were 4 errors, but the jailbreak failed. Attempt number 4, there was 1 error, again jailbreak failed. Attempt number 5, there were 9 errors, but it was still actually successful. Attempt number 6, there were 5 errors, jailbreak failed. Attempt number 7, 8 errors and jailbreak failed. Attempt number 8, 2 errors, but there was a kernel panic. Attempt number 9, there was 8 errors, but it was still successful. And finally, the last attempt was 1 error and there was another kernel panic. So overall, with WolfGames, there were 3 successful attempts, 2 kernel panics, 4 jailbreak failed, and there was 1 frozen attempt. So guys, that wraps up all the different hosts over here. Now coming to the most important part of the video guys is the verdict on which one works best and which one I recommend. My answer is not going to be that one specific host from all the hosts that we have seen. Now here is the problem. The present jailbreak that we have and all the hosts that we have right now actually acts very different on every different console. You might have the same PS4 version or the fat version, the slim or the pro, but however, no matter what, your PS4 individually is going to act differently to another person with the same PS4 on the same host at the same time. So there is not one answer for all. I have dropped a video about this before to find the perfect exploit on which date it was released to which GoldHen version works for me on my particular PS4. So I'm going to link this video in the description as well guys, and I'm going to leave a card on the top right corner, so go ahead and click it and check it out. There I explain very clearly on how to find the one that works best for your particular PS4. You might have to do a little bit of testing and just trying out a few different things, but once you get it guys, it's gonna be super solid and you probably will have a better experience jailbreaking on the 7.xx firmwares than you had before. Alright guys, I hope you found this video helpful from all the different hosts and all the different attempts that I've done to show you guys how it's been working for my particular PS4. If I had to sum it up to one particular host from all the 7 hosts that I've tried out for this particular video, so I would say Karo had the most successful runs of 6 successful attempts with only 1 kernel panic, compared to most of the other hosts which only gave me like 2 successful runs or 3 at the max and nothing more than that. And talking about kernel panics, I did notice that NighKing had the highest kernel panics, and with the jailbreak failed, GamerHack had the most jailbreak failed. Now again, this is very relative based on my particular PS4 and how it's working for my particular PS4, so it might not be the same for your particular PS4 as well. However guys, this is my findings for this particular video. As mentioned, go check out the video I was talking about. Get your host right, get your exploit right, and get your GoldHen version right, and you're going to actually have a better experience on the 7.xs jailbreak. Alright guys, so that's about it for this particular video. As mentioned before, I will be redoing my old tutorials, which is for 6.72 and all the old versions that I've made. I'm going to be remaking them for the 7.55 jailbreak and with the latest upgrades available for those particular tutorials. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go and drop a subscribe, drop a comment, drop a like, and hit the bell icon guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great week and happy gaming. See you guys.